Welcome to Radio Plays, a podcast devoted to presenting exciting new plays from around the world. Each episode, we'll bring a brand new work off the page and straight to you, sharing the latest from both up-and-coming and veteran playwrights. This week, we're bringing you Rabbit Onto Print by Ryan Armstrong. The team at the Daily Sun newspaper scramble to find a hot lead for the front page. However, the staff soon discovers they may have a story breaking a lot closer to home. Fast-paced, funny, and with a cast of quick-fire characters, Rabbit Onto Print brings the frenetic energy of the newsroom to life while posing pointed questions about what can happen to individuals and an entire industry when outside forces threaten to bring it all crumbling down.
Son of a bitch.
Yikes! Man. They really need to put these on better.
What are you doing?
The great Waldo Duggan. How are you, sir?
What are you doing?
How do you mean?
What are you doing?
This? I just bought some of that new AM grind coffee down in the lobby. Probably no better than the stuff you buy at the store, but the barista is gorgeous.
No, man. I mean, what are you doing?
Sure enough. Spilt it all over my new slacks. Such a shame.
I'm not talking about your pants, Flitch. What are you doing walking in now?
I work here.
You got something for me? You have something? Come on, Flitch. Give me the story.
Hold on, I'll get it.
Slob.
Yes. And work started 3 hours ago. We're in a stalemate. We've got nothing. Not a thing. Nada. Nothing to fill the front page. Nothing for the second page, nothing for the third. There is no new news.
Nothing political? This is a midterm election year. There has to be something.
Nothing.
No one drove off with a pet on the roof of their car. The VP didn't say anything offhand racist.
Not a thing. It's dry.
The economy's still in the toilet. We can work with that, can't we?
Nothing that hasn't already been written. Plus, we don't want back-to-front op-ed pieces, and we can't very well reprint what's already written.
True. Seems like you guys are in a pickle.
We're in a pickle? The we're you're implying includes you.
Not really. I've got my story.
You got a story.
Yep. Written and ready for the press.
And what story is that, pray tell?
While you and the rest of the Sun were running around like chickens with your heads cut off for the past 5 hours looking for a story, I was calmly speaking with my source.
Your source. What source?
Do you really expect me to answer that?
No, but what's your story?
That, dear Waldo, you will read in tomorrow's paper.
Tomorrow's paper?
Front page.
Front page?
Did I stutter?
What makes you so sure?
The story is about something this country needs right now.
Yes.
Optimism.
Okay.
Hope.
Yeah, sure.
Family.
What the hell are you talking about?
My story.
Which is?
Which is what you'll read on the front page of tomorrow's paper.
Oh, bull. I don't think you have anything.
Really? Nothing?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. Suit yourself.
Come on, man. What do you got?
It's good.
How good?
Really good.
Like, All the President's Men good, or Travolta in an angel costume good?
Somewhere in between?
Give me a break. You have to tell me. You have to tell me. You just have to tell me.
Okay, but you promise not to spread this around?
Never. Journalist honor.
Okay, I'm trusting you here.
Of course. Go on.
A girl and her family just outside of the city
Go on.
own a pet.
What? What is it? An illegal pit bull? A crocodile? An ape? What? What is it?
A giant rabbit. Why are you laughing? What are you laughing for?
Oh man. Oh man. Oh, whew. You had me going there for a moment, Flitch, man. Yeah, you really did.
I'm not joking. There really is a giant rabbit.
I don't doubt you. In fact, I'll put money on the story.
Thank you. Finally, some Wait, why are you so sure?
Because it says so right here.
True.
Yesterday's newspaper held a blurb, not on the front page, about a little girl who was allowed to keep her rabbit over zoning laws.
Yes, I read that.
Zoning laws that originally wouldn't regulate the family to have a 20-pound rabbit. 20 pounds. Giant rabbit.
Yes, I told you. I read the article.
But there's a happy ending. She fought the law, and the law didn't win. They're changing the said zoning law to allow the little girl to keep her giant pet. Giant rabbit.
It was a nice story.
Yes, it was a very nice story.
That's what I just said.
It's your story. It's what you just told me. You have nothing. It's already been done.
No, my story is about a giant rabbit.
What, 20 pounds isn't giant enough? What have you got, Harvey?
No, not Harvey.
Can only you see the 6-foot rabbit? Because if so, that's Harvey.
6 foot? That's ridiculous.
Thank you. 20 pounds is big enough.
Yes, unless you find one that is 25 pounds.
Pardon?
Just outside the city, a little ranch, this little girl and her family read the article yesterday and decided to contact me about their much larger rabbit.
What's going on here?
It's true.
Your big story is trying to one-up the previous story about a 20-pound giant rabbit with another giant rabbit only 5 pounds heavier.
Yes, and just outside the city, not 20 minutes from here.
No, not today, man. I cannot. Not.
Where are you going?
Look, with all these giant rabbits, I need to take a walk. Maybe a drink, too. At least get some coffee.
Front page, I guarantee it. Giant rabbit. Was it something I said?
I need sources, I need quotes, and where's the story?
What do you mean, where's the story? It's right here.
You're giving me a children's book. Unless you're going to hand in sketches and a warm glass of milk. I need sources.
We talked about this, not at work.
Oh, but holding hands through the newsroom like two adolescent virgins works.
I'm the editor-in-chief. I'm a woman. You know what that means.
I do. It means that you've got to do...
It means I can't let this get in the way of that.
I understand. I do.
You know how
really do.
how long this has taken to get here? You know what that means, right?
I do, really.
It means Jules gets no nookie while he's worky.
Flitch, you dumb
Flitch,
piece of...
you have a story for me?
In fact, I do.
Did you run it by Candace?
I did. I think it's gonna be...
What did she say?
I need quotes.
What else?
I need sources.
And?
I need a story.
Then get your shit together and get me a story. Jules, we'll talk later.
How do you do it?
Do what, my loud-mouthed compatriot?
Put up with her out of here. And the way you do.
Someday, when you grow up, you'll understand what it is to love a strong and intelligent woman. You'll understand what it takes to be successful. If you want that, you'll want to watch what she does and take notes.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you'll need a story to turn in just like the rest of the others.
I'm not too worried.
Of course not. You're banging the boss.
Watch it with that.
Or what? You're gonna defend her honor? Give me a break. I get it. It takes grit. It takes tenacity. It's tough. Heavy lies the crown. Let me let you in on something. It's tough all around. Pardon me if I try to make things a bit lighter in this morgue.
That's misquoted.
The hell it is. Wait, what's misquoted?
It's actually, uneasy lies the head that wears a crown.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
It's not heavy lies the crown. It's Shakespeare, Henry IV, Part 2.
Whatever. Nerd.
Be sure to double-check your quotes when you hand them in to Candace. In fact, triple-check them. What is your story about anyway?
A family that lives outside the city who own a 25-pound rabbit.
Oh, I see. Didn't they just run that?
No, that was a 20-pound rabbit.
Interesting. And your rabbit is...
25 pounds.
Can they see this rabbit? Have you seen this rabbit?
It's a huge rabbit.
Like Harvey.
No, it's not like Harvey. Harvey was invisible.
And you've seen the rabbit.
Yes. No, but...
And you do need to get quotes.
Damn it. Rough night, Camelia?
Ugh.
I hope you at least gave him cat fare home.
Kiss my ass, Flitch.
Ooh, maybe later.
How you doing there, Cammy?
Ugh.
Any new news for the information highway?
Has anyone made any coffee?
Not here. Not since the coffee machine went kaput last month.
Ugh.
Hey, there's that AM grind down in the lobby.
Been there, drank that. This was the second one after I got my first espresso. I think I'm cut off.
That's all I've got. How about you? Anything for the website?
Jules, I was hired to create and run the website. That's what I do. If I can, I may write a piece, but that's after I plug in all of your shit to the site. After that, I have to edit, as if I'm the copywriter here, because putting it into a different format makes the writing even worse. Plus, I think that barista in the lobby has a hots for me.
That's funny. Flitch has a thing for her.
He's barking up the wrong tree. It's hard enough to get coffee with your drawing little hearts with X's and O's and foam in mine. I mean, so I look like a lesbian?
Never
mind, don't answer. I don't fucking care. Just stop talking so much, okay?
Okay.
Still too much.
These damn tariffs.
Volume.
These damn tariffs.
Did you buy the daily?
Yeah. They have something worth reading. Yeah, did you know that they let go of almost half their staff?
Half? Really?
On account of all these tariffs on the paper. It's a direct assault on the press, and no one seems to care.
Oh, I don't know if that's entirely true. Why don't you buy a copy of The Sun? Make sure we all remain employed.
Funny. Do you know who they let go? Frank Harris. The legend, Frank Roundup Harris.
Getting loud.
Sorry. But how do they fire a guy like that? What does that mean for us?
The Daily has been struggling for years. They needed a cutback. Besides, Frank Harris is getting up there. Probably time for him to retire.
But he didn't retire. They put him out to pasture. It wasn't his choice. And all on account of groundwood paper. We're already a dying breed, but now they want to stomp on our heads when we drown?
We're not a dying breed. When this is over, when everything passes, it'll go back to normal. The sun always comes up.
To what end? Now how many sacrifices?
No, I think you're blowing this all out of proportion. You don't work at the Daily. You're here with us at the Sun.
And it always comes up, right?
That it does. I've never seen it not.
Hey, boss lady. How's it going? Did you hear about the Daily?
Zora, are you okay?
Duggan, I need you in my office.
Look, I swear, this is my first time buying the Daily. It made me paranoid. Not a good high. I won't do it again.
In my office.
Oh, sounds serious.
Please.
What do you think that's all about?
Not sure. Maybe there's a lead with one of his stories he's been working on.
His beat is features. What help does he need?
Well, you never know.
If he needs help, then we're all screwed.
Oh, stop that. He has a few running stories.
Running stories? Come on, he's writing for the thinnest section.
Combined with sports and anything hard or business related, well, we have to find room between the ads. You know it's tight.
Seems like Flitch should be on that beat. Something thin.
But he's not. He's good at what he does, despite...
Despite him being a complete douchebag.
Despite.
I don't understand this place sometimes.
Wasting your time trying to figure this place out is exactly that, a waste of time. Do what you do. You're no cub. Keep working until you can get to that time where you can get up there and change things.
Like editor?
Sure, like editor.
What about you?
What about me?
How long have you worked here?
Long enough to know what I'm talking about.
Precisely. Why aren't you editor?
I see. That's the question.
It seems to me that you having been here the longest, having worked in everything, you should be running the place.
Oh, everything except...
Oh, me? My department? I wouldn't hold that against you. You're just...
A dinosaur?
No, I was just going to say... old.
That's fair. I do know my way around this place, but that newfangled internet, I just don't understand.
Wouldn't you want that? To be running this place?
Sure. I'll tell you a story, though. Let's say I was offered the position, or more so in the running for the position. Then say, so is our current editor. Then say, I would never do something to ever harm her, even if it means I may have to take a step back, or not step at all.
You did that for her.
Say I did.
Does she know what you did?
No. She was the next choice in case I didn't want the position.
Did she know about that you were up for it too?
No, and she never should. They told that to me because they didn't want me to sit on it for too long. They wanted to put a little fire under me.
Don't you think you should let her know?
No. Like I said, never should. Anyway, I don't want the responsibility. I prefer to be a Woodward or a Bernstein, not a Ben Bradley.
I think you should tell her. What you did for her? That's romantic as hell. Also a bit sexist. Why didn't they just offer it to her in the first place?
Well, seniority. I've just been here longer. I know how the machine works, every bolt. Then again, so does she.
You should tell her.
There's nothing to tell. The better woman got the job. In fact, the best woman did.
Why aren't you two married?
We both like our own apartments too much.
Seriously, you two seem perfect for each other.
There's no such thing as perfect. That's one thing I've especially learned from my years here. You can have a great story, be the best writer, have the finest copy editor and editor at that. Things get missed, overlooked. People screw up. We're allowed that. We're human. Being human, we're allowed to be set in our routines. We're allowed to be comfortable, even if the comfortable means our own imperfections.
Okay, Professor. Now, if you'll indulge me, why aren't you two married?
Like I said, we both like our apartments too much. And she has a really nice apartment.
I've got it. I've got the fucking story. Where is everyone?
Where have you been?
Following my source. I've got it. I have quotes, I wrote it, and here it is. Where's Candace? Where's everyone?
How'd you get back so fast?
Ran a few red lights. Where is everyone?
Zora is talking to Waldo.
The great Waldo Duggan? What's there to talk about? She giving him a lead?
This isn't Glengarry Glen Ross. You're no Ricky Roma.
No? Well, only closers get coffee, and I got a story and coffee.
Call Pulitzer.
Has anyone seen Quinn today?
Chasing a story.
She has a story.
Not sure, but she's chasing something.
She has a story.
I don't know. She hasn't been here, so I only assume.
So, she has a story.
Jesus Christ, you can ask 3 more times, but the answer will remain the same.
Let's wait. We'll get some calls or some emails. Something will come through.
I just broke maybe 4 traffic laws in getting my quotes, sources, and getting it back here in time. Now I want to get this in and get it ready for print.
Did you get pictures?
Oh, Lord.
You bet your ass I did.
Really? How'd you manage that?
No photographer is that quick.
Unless you are your own photographer. Whabam!
You have to be kidding me.
Did you get anything good?
Of course, some great shots here.
Grainy, but...
Oh, look at the bunny.
It's a rabbit.
So little and cute.
The rabbit isn't little.
No, I'm sure he's a carnivorous beast, but the picture's still grainy.
What would you have me do? I've got Candace and Zora on my ass, and I need to get my story in.
Do you have the story?
Here's everything. I have my sources, I have quotes, I have a story.
Do you have a picture? I think this would be best with a picture.
Yes, I have a picture.
Seriously?
It's the best I could do.
Not bad.
See? Not bad. Flitch the photographer.
But it's grainy.
Waldo.
You were right, Jules. We're not a dying breed. We're dead. The newspaper man, he's dead.
Waldo.
No. I'm not Frank Roundup Harris. It's not time for me to retire. I've put time in. I still have time left. We're dead.
That's not true, Waldo.
No? Then what's this? Huh? Tell me. Someone, please, tell me, because to me, this looks like the last nail in the coffin. And let me say this. I warn all of you. I'm not the only one. There are other files out. The guillotine is just warming up. And heads will roll. When the lead gets cold, so keep you warm.
I've got it. I've got the story. I can't believe it, but I have it in before the deadline. Go ahead, Candace. Check the sources, the quotes, everything. 26-pound rabbit. What's going on?
Ugh.
Who died?
So, I hope you understand.
I do. Thank you.
You? She fired you too?
No, not me.
Flitch, taking that you're the only other one here, come with me to my office. We need to talk. It smells like whiskey. Have you been drinking?
Me? No.
Flitch, give me your story. I'll check it out.
It's on my desk.
You sure?
Of course, who could drink at a time like this?
Just wanted to make sure.
Just to play devil's advocate, let's say I was. Would that be grounds for dismissal?
You bet.
Then of course I haven't. I don't touch the stuff, especially on the clock. I had an uncle who was a drunk, and I wouldn't go near a bar.
Follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
I just can't believe Waldo was canned. The great Waldo Duggan. Seriously.
We're not the only one. The tariffs force so many other papers to cut corners, even jobs. It's ridiculous. Obtuse.
Fucking stupid.
Yes, that too. But not too much we can do about it. We just have to keep treading water.
Says the guy with his meal ticket organizing the executions.
Don't do that.
Yeah, they have separate apartments.
Camelia, don't.
Separate apartments?
In case they need their own space. And she supposedly has a really nice apartment.
Please, stop.
That doesn't mean anything. That just means they each have a net. If one gets canned, they can always have the fallback. Convenient.
Don't think that...
Isn't that what we all want? I mean, a net?
Ideally. What's better than being in bed with the boss? Something happens to your job? Hey, you're still her candy man.
No more. That's enough.
Jesus, Jules, we're only kidding.
And I'm not. This is serious, this whole thing. You're young, you just don't get it.
Don't give me that. This whole older and wiser, I know
I
more.
am older and I am wiser. What smells like whiskey?
Don't look at me. He gave the bottle to Flitch.
Not that we all couldn't use a drink, but I think that'd just make things worse right now.
Or easier for Zora.
That's not funny.
Sure it is.
Give me your sources, Quinn. I'll check them.
Here. All there. Hey, are you okay?
Not sure yet.
What's the matter? You said it yourself. You're safe.
It's not that.
Then what's the matter?
There were so many files on that desk.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, coming from the guy who's...
Hey,
Sorry. Just trying to make light of the situation.
this isn't light and doesn't need to be light.
Yeah, Quinn, just let it go. I don't think any of us can laugh right now, or even try to.
Fine. You all can wallow in your discontent, but excuse me if I don't follow. Candace, check my sources. Everything's there. It's perfect.
I'm sure, but I'll check anyway.
Do you think we'll have to shut down?
No,
How do you know?
I just know.
But how?
Because if we were shutting down, she would have gathered us all together, handed out pink slips. There would have been a big cry fest, everyone hugging, and we'd say our farewells. It'd be like the St. Valentine's Day massacre, but with a Care Bear.
Oh, Vivid, thank you.
I'm being honest. What do you want from me?
A bit of compassion. Everyone is worried. Cam, she may not be firing anyone else. We may be safe. We may be just in time for review. I don't know. Despite what other parties may think, I have no idea why Waldo was fired.
Give me a break.
I don't.
It's the fucking tariffs, man. We've been bleeding for months now. The monarchy pushes through a tax, and lo and behold, now it's crunch time for some medium-sized paper. A blip on the radar. Not even trying to compete with the big boys.
You don't know that.
I don't? Wake up, old man. Smell the ink on the condensed paper.
Will you both stop?
He started it.
Sorry, Cam.
Despite whatever is going on, we still have a paper to put together for tomorrow. We go to print in 6 hours. Let's get this taken care of.
Oh, thanks. I forgot mine.
I didn't know you smoked.
I don't. Or I haven't. Not for a long time. So long that I forgot all the essential tools.
But you thought, what a day to jump back off the wagon.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, if anyone asks where I am, tell them...
You went to smoke?
Or maybe make something up.
No worries. We've got your back. Enjoy the cancer stick.
I've never seen him smoke.
Neither have I. But when the time calls for it...
Do you smoke?
Me? No, never.
Then why do you have a lighter?
In case I run into the Times editor and they need a light. Or some hottie at the bars going out to take a drag.
I guess when opportunity knocks.
I'll have the light to burn that door down.
And you had to settle for lending it to the Sun's editor's boy toy.
It comes and goes.
I don't get it.
I was only kidding.
No, not that. I don't get why this is happening. Things are going well. I was doing so well. We were doing well, weren't we?
From our perspective, sure.
What do you mean, our perspective? The paper was selling. I got a raise. That is proof of the perspective.
I think what we see and what Zora sees is different.
I don't understand why this is happening.
Sweetheart, this is our time on the chopping block.
I don't understand. The two of us are clear, right? We've been
For
doing
now.
our jobs.
Whoever gets cut today knows. We'll just have to wait until...
The newspaper man is dead. well, newspaper person.
I don't know about that.
Look, what's going on is just...
And it's been going on. Will continue to go on. It's been going on long before you and I. It'll go back to normal, and then the same thing will happen again.
You talk just like him.
Like who?
Just like Jules. You talk like there's nothing we can do, like this is fate.
I don't believe in fate.
Neither do I.
You didn't let me finish. I was going to say, I don't believe in fate, but sometimes things just have a particular way of flowing.
So, you're just giving in? Giving up?
I'm not doing either.
It certainly sounds like you are.
I'm not. And you're not. It's just the flow.
This isn't what I was flowing towards.
You can't always help that. I may not be wise old Jules, but I know that.
I worked so hard to get here.
We come into this with the best intention. We have our college degrees, journalism, English, whatever. We followed a dream. This was the life we wanted. Following the story, reporting, protecting free speech. That's the ideal. That's the heart. They don't tell us about the code of ethics and its wavering stance. They don't tell us about the ignorance, the imbeciles which fight us every step of the way to not get the story. The ones that question why we question. They don't get it. They don't get that it's for them. We are the watchdogs. We're their watchdogs, and we get beaten to some dark corner until they realize that they want us to pay attention again. This time, it's different, but not. I suppose the aggression is different. There are all these ways of spreading news. True, not true, social media, or even some are reputable. It's all out there.
It's like one of those choose-your-own-adventure books I read as a kid.
Except now it's truth and bullshit. And now it seems we're drowning in bullshit.
Your story checks out. You're good to go.
What about Flitch's?
When I see him, I'll talk to him about it.
Is mine running?
Yes?
Ha! Eat that, Flitch.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
What's that supposed to mean?
Where the hell is everyone?
Doing whatever they do, and they might be next.
Who's to say that anyone is next?
You were in there. You saw the files.
That doesn't mean anything.
Everyone keeps saying that, but I don't see anything contrary.
So, where the hell is everyone?
Well, Duggan was fired.
Cute.
Thank you. You asked.
I just want this day to be over.
That's easy for you to say.
Everyone's having a tough day.
Simple to just throw it away like that when it isn't you.
How's it my fault when I'm keeping my job?
It's not, but don't parade around.
I'm
like this
not
isn't
parading. I'm doing my job. Don't get angry with me. I've actually got a story.
About that.
What do you mean?
Where's Jules?
He went out to smoke.
He doesn't smoke.
What do you mean?
He found a pack in his desk. He borrowed my lighter, so I assumed.
He
We're
had
printing
cigarettes?
Quinn's story.
Smokers usually
What do you mean her story?
He never told me
She
he
had
was a
all of her
smoker.
sources. They checked
It
out.
looks like you have a
I
closet
gave you my
smoker.
sources back, like you asked.
Shut up, everyone! Sorry, Zora.
No, you're right, Cam. When Jules comes back in, will you please send him to my office?
Will do.
Thank you. And you, settle down. I don't want this place turning into a circus.
You hear that, Quinn? No circus.
She's talking about you, bunny boy.
Come on, Candace, I had the story first.
Quinn had her sources, her quotes, and her story. Plus, her rabbit is bigger.
By a pound.
Bigger is better.
That's what your mom told me.
Mature.
I'm sorry, but unless Zora wants something different, we're running with the bigger rabbit.
I'm going to get some coffee and bathe in Flitch's warm defeat. If anyone needs anything, text me.
Are you kidding me with this? It's almost the exact same as mine.
Except bigger.
By a smidge, I had it first.
Whoa, what's going on in here?
Quinn stole my story.
The rabbit thing?
My rabbit thing.
Her rabbit is bigger, right?
By a pound.
Hate to break it to you, mate, but the scales tip in her favor. Literally and figuratively.
It's not fair.
You'll have to speak with Zora.
I had it first.
Getting kind of loud out here.
She's giving Quinn my story.
She turned it in, had her sources, quotes, and story.
And the bunny is bigger.
Right. The bunny is bigger.
It's a rabbit.
Excuse me. The rabbit is bigger.
By a pound.
I don't want to fight between 4-year-olds. She turned it in sooner with all of her sources.
This is bullshit.
Do you really want to finish that? Today? Of all times and with me? Do ya? It would make things much easier. Good. Jules, if you'll come with me.
Here we go. Try not to kill each other while I'm gone.
My hands are tied, Flitch, unless Zora changes her mind.
What am I supposed to do here?
Find another story.
Oh, that's easy to say.
What else can you do?
What if we ran both? Both stories. There has to be something there, right? 2 giant rabbits so close together in the same city.
That is interesting.
Right? It's like the beginning of some creature feature.
I'll run it by Zora.
That way, everyone's happy with an interesting twist.
Speaking of interesting twist, I got the barista's number.
I can't wait to tell Jules.
The barista that works downstairs.
How many baristas do you know that work in this building?
You steal my story, and then you steal my barista.
Your barista.
I'm just saying.
You're just saying that I got the story and I got the girl.
Listen,
Are you okay?
Yeah, what did Zora say about both stories?
Both stories?
I didn't get too far into that.
What the hell do you mean, both stories?
Did Zora throw you out?
I had the idea to run both stories. 2 giant rabbits in the same city, kinda strange.
But my story won. I had my sources, I had my quotes, I had everything. I get run.
You'll be run either way.
It was an idea I wanted to run by Zora.
Shut up, Flitch. You lost. I have the story.
Relax. We'll figure this out when they're done with their meeting.
Figure what out? It's my story.
Can we all stop shouting?
I'm not shouting.
Can't you shut your face for 5 minutes?
Oh, sure, I can.
Shut your face.
I think we all need to...
Oh, that a man might know the end of this day's business ere it come.
Julius Caesar.
Well done.
Jules,
I know.
I don't know what to say.
No, say nothing. I know.
What just happened?
Zora, are you...
Do we have everything set to print?
We're close.
Let's tuck it in then.
What about the rabbit stories?
Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable with
I don't care if you don't feel comfortable with it.
But I really think that... I guess I can live with it.
This way, neither gets killed. And it could make for an interesting segue for future articles.
You are killing mine. I had mine in.
We can look into produce companies, farming industries, maybe the water supply.
Interesting.
What happened to having everything in on time? Being the better reporter? Killed. That's what.
I don't want to kill either. Bump both to the front page. I want a photo from both of you working together. What's going on? Why are these rabbits getting so big? What's in the water or lettuce? I want stories.
I can do that.
Quinn?
Well, it ain't Watergate.
Oof.
Yeah, me too.
Good. Budget those in and we'll try and put this to bed.
Zora, are you,
Just put it to bed.
I have to get this going. Stop the bickering. We have a paper to run.
I'm going to go make sure Jules got out okay.
Good idea. Hey, Quinn. Thanks.
Whatever. I still got her number, though.
What just happened? Jules, he just... Doesn't anybody care?
I do. I think we all do.
What happens now?
I suppose we just keep writing. Reporting. Being,
The watchdogs.
yeah. Perfect word for it.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
I don't want this to be weird.
Weird? What's weird? Tell me.
Could you just... hold me?
Hold you.
Never mind, I don't want this to be weird, and now it's...
Stop. I can do that. It won't be weird.
The U.S. International Trade Commission voted to overturn tariffs impressed on newsprint from Canada in August of 2018. The tariffs have been in effect since January, though the overturn was celebrated by the newspaper industry. The damage had been done.
Thanks again for listening to Radio Plays. If you liked what you heard and are interested in helping us share more new works, check out our Patreon page where you can donate and even become a season sponsor. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Radio Plays. Rabbit on to Print was written by Ryan Armstrong and directed by Sean M. Dale. The cast featured David Soyka as Flitch, Cara Leimer as Candace, Sean M. Dale as Waldo Duggan, Biz Lyons as Zora Thomas, Francis Henry as Jules, Anna Fontaine as Camelia, and Shea Donovan as Quinn. Sound design and editing by David Soyka. Be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts to catch our next episode.